Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. And I have a little tip for you. I was just over the weekend, had to make some vinyl lettering for work to go on something. And I had to do it on this, I needed to do it on a 24-inch long mat. Well, I hadn't ever used this mat before. It was brand new. And it's a standard tack mat. I was crazy nervous because when you use a brand new standard tack mat, wow, everything in the world sticks to it, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, and I knew I was going to have to do 2 layers on it. So I proceeded to put the first layer of vinyl on it, cut out beautifully, worked amazingly. Even with I had a dual blade on it, it still cut out really, really nicely. Well, I went to peel it off, and nope, there was no peeling it off. It stuck, like you guys can imagine ever using a brand new mat, and it was awful. This entire thing was covered in the backing for the vinyl. It literally was covered in it, and I was sitting here just scraping one little letter at a time off, and it was taking forever. I barely had like little corners done, and there was still the whole middle to do. And my husband gave me a great idea. He said, why don't you spray some Windex on it? I've had really good luck getting stickers, the paper off with that. So I was like at my wit's end, about ready to throw the mat out, and I said, let's give it a try. I couldn't hurt it any more than it already was. It was already ruined. Because when I went to lay another piece of vinyl on the top of it to finish cutting out the letters I needed, I just taped it on top, and that did not work at all. It just destroyed the vinyl that was on the top of it. So I said, well, aside of throwing it out, let's give it a try. We did, and I just did 1 layer already, and I sprayed the entire surface with Windex. Just your plain old Windex you get from Costco or the grocery store. Sprayed it all. Used this scraper just to push. It literally pushed all the debris like this. It pushed it all, and like, look how clean it is already. I was originally using this tiny tool to like slowly scrape it off. Look at it, it's already, the paper is moist, so it's just peeling right off. So let me spray this again with Windex to loosen up these pieces because they didn't get too much. And you have to be liberal. I liberally sprayed it so it would just push right off. Let me spray it, let it set for like 30 seconds, and then I'll be back and show you how it just pushes off. Okay, so there it is, saturated with the Windex. You can see it's pretty liberally sprayed on there to soak into the paper. And, you know, kind of moistening everything up there. And I think I literally just sprayed it on. One-handed is going to be fun. Okay, here we go. So you can imagine one-handed, yeah. It's literally just scraping it off there, and it hasn't sat very long at all. If you let it sit for just a few minutes, it comes off because it soaks into the paper is what happens. This is why I don't usually use standard tack mats, but I didn't have a low tack. But see, when it soaks in, see how it comes off, and when it dries, it's like it's brand new again. It doesn't affect it at all. Yeah, see, it's soaked in, and so now I can just push it. And so that's the whole thing did that already. So let me finish scraping this off because it's a little precarious one-handed, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all clean. Okay, there you go. All totally clean, and came off. It didn't, I mean, including making this video, it didn't take 5 minutes. It was so fast. I was super surprised. And hear it still an insane amount of stickiness, so you don't have to worry about it not having adhesive properties because it works just fine. So anyways, got a scan and cut, got a standard tack mat, can't get the paper off, little Windex, and one of these babies, and scan and cut makes one. You don't have to use a Cricut. Scan and cut actually makes one. One of those and you're good to go. You're golden. So there you go. There's a fix for today. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.